Hey, so this is my video for the week 4 discussion board assignment for the History of Kentucky class. As per the request of the assignment, I've chosen 4 negative ways or negative times Kentucky's been highlighted and 1 positive. Kentucky, some of the stereotypes around Kentuckians are that like all rednecks, like uneducated, poor. So let's just go through some of these instances right here. So the first one I have is it's a news story, and this one was centered around something called the Redneck Rave. And this event, it's a annual thing, but it's held in Edmonson County, and the event made national news headlines in 2021. Unfortunately, it was for all the wrong reasons. On the official website, the Redneck Rave is called the world's biggest country party you will ever go to. During this event in 2021, in all, 48 people were charged, and some of the incidents included a man's throat being slit, one man being impaled, and a woman being strangled, among many or various drug and traffic violations. Um, so of course, numerous individuals attended this event with no issues, but unfortunately, a handful of people gave it a bad, made it bad for everyone. And events like that are instances like that, of course, paint Kentucky in a negative light, like they're all crazy, wild rednecks. So from just one county over from Edmonton, this is in Grayson County. This happened in 2015, and this incident doesn't revolve around a popular event, but rather a Bonnie and Clyde type, modern day Bonnie and Clyde type story. I guess you would say that's what it was called when this first came out in 2015, and this happened in Grayson County. 18-year-old Dalton Hayes had been dating Cheyenne Phillips, who at the time claimed to be 19, allegedly. And she was actually 13 years old. And so by the time Hayes had found out, he was already done in love with her, according to his mother. But rather than breaking it off, the couple fled the state. They stole several vehicles on the way, along the way, and falsified checks. So made it all the way to Florida before being apprehended and sent back to Litchfield for sentencing, and they faced several felony charges. Just something I want to note there, like this story actually garnered attention from Dr. Phil, and he did a story on it. And he actually came to Litchfield and stayed in the hotel that my mom managed, and she met him and everything. So another area of controversy involving the state of Kentucky is in sports. Um, this also took place in 2015. A scandal involving prostitution in the University of Louisville came to light in the world of sports. Katina Powell, who identified herself as an escort, alleged that Patino was aware that she and other escorts received payment for engaging in sexual activities with University of Louisville basketball players and recruits between 2010 and 2014. So, though no indictments resulted from this case, Louisville accepted a postseason ban the 2015 and 2016 season, took scholarship hits, and ultimately tarnished the image of U of L basketball. But ultimately, the nail in the coffin, no pun intended, for Kentucky lies in the health sector, or the health and well-being. We tend to score very low when it comes to that. According to the University of Kentucky College of Communication and Information, as of December 2022, following a 2-year hiatus from the state rankings due to the pandemic, Kentucky is once again placed among the 10 least healthiest states. Secured the 43rd spot, maintaining the same ranking it held in the 2019 assessment. So since the inception of these rankings in 1990, Kentucky is consistently placed in the bottom 10 unhealthy states, except for 2008, when it achieved a 39th ranking, so just above that threshold. Um, so here, onto the more positive thing. I chose to go with music. Um, so out of this apparent state of despair, musical artists from Kentucky have found a voice and a platform. Country music singers such as Tyler Childers, Chris Stapleton, and Sturgill Simpson have made names for themselves and shown what a high level of talent Kentucky has to offer. And I was wanting to go with, like, some of the older, well-known artists like Loretta Lynn or Dwight Yoakam, but I decided to go with, like, new artists, to keep it modern and relevant to today's standard and how Kentuckians are seen today. And so in September 2018, Childers won Emerging Artist of the Year at the Americana Music Honors and Awards. And this is what he had to say. He said, Americana started as a place to recognize people being ignored by their own genres, but now it's a hindrance. He continues, the stuff we used to call good country is now called Americana. We got to fix the problem of bad country. And so not Chris Stapleton, but Tyler Childers, when he came on the scene, he pretty much took over the, I guess you would say, real country. It's all subjective. He was kind of at the forefront of the movement of, like, a revitalization of, like, like real country. And so another reason I went with Tyler Childers here specifically, or focusing on him as an artist. See, he's from like the coal mine country, like eastern Kentucky, which is one of the most the poorest parts of the state, and some of the stereotypes that revolve around people from that area, Appalachia, is that they're racist, xenophobic, homophobic, or whatever. And he, if you really watch his stuff, like his interviews or even his music videos, he's a very open-minded guy. Like discusses psychedelic use. He has a gay couple on one of his videos. Just a really open-minded guy, and kind of goes against the grain when people think about people from that area. And so I think the fact that he's from that area and is kind of squashing the whole stereotype of how people from there are. I think he paints Kentuckians in a more, like, I guess, positive light. So yeah, that's why I went with that. So in conclusion, so it's essential to recognize every state faces its own set of issues. Despite the prevalent negative stereotypes associated with Kentuckians, there's much more to appreciate. The state boasts a deep-rooted history, stunning state parks and natural forests, a vibrant artistic community, an affordable cost of living, and signature events like the renowned Kentucky Derby. I just kind of threw that in there because I felt like I had to. It's the Kentucky Derby, making it truly remarkable. So thanks everybody for listening to this essay, and look forward to seeing everyone else's. Thank you.